I'm Bill Freckman. I'm Director of Operations at the MSU Bioeconomy Institute in Holland, Michigan. The Institute is a former Pfizer development site. We developed active pharmaceutical ingredients for commercialization. In 2009, this was turned over to Michigan State University, a donation from Pfizer. To me, it's using renewable resources and bringing those renewable resources to a sustainable, continuing commercial development to replace non-renewable resources so that we can move society forward in a positive manner. And if we can help small companies do that and take good ideas and make them commercially viable, that's our role in that piece. We have a number of segments within our business that we do. First off, we offer incubator space for small companies, and then we also offer large-scale laboratories for larger companies that need to expand space, and we have laboratory space available, about 30,000 square feet of laboratory space. These are wet labs that are available for lease. My primary role is to run the scale-up facility. We have 30,000 liters of scale-up capacity, and we use that to scale up processes for small companies. So companies that can't afford that infrastructure, which is a very large expenditure, we're able to bring them to market very quickly. We have flexible state of Michigan air permits. We have qualified operators and engineers on staff. So we're able to take somebody's process from a one-page synthesis and bring it into commercial operation very quickly. So that's our role at Michigan State. So it's economic development, but it's also taking green chemistry, and that's sort of our focus, but it's not our only focus. We're helping small companies survive and get through the death spiral of commercialization and getting them there quickly so that they can get to a commercial scale, because if they're not commercially viable, they're not going to survive. So we help them do that. We have grants from the MEDC that's been very generous with us. We also have an I-6 proof of concept grant from the EDA that we use to subsidize scale-up processes. To date, we've brought scale-up work to about 12 companies, ranging from 1 or 2 person startup companies to Fortune 500 companies. And we've been able to scale up their processes and bring it to commercial use. On the education side, we run a workshop where it's called a lab bench to plant workshop, where we teach chemists, we teach industrial partners, we teach undergraduates and graduate students alike what it's like to take a process from the lab and to bring it into commercial scale. So we teach people how to make biodiesel in the lab, and there's a lot of chemical unit operations involved in that. And then we take them out into the plant, and there's some pictures here of that where we show them what it's like to operate in the plant. We let them turn the valves, we let them operate the computer system, and graduate students and industrial partners alike, they love it, because they're not always getting the hands-on work that they seem to need. And it gives them an appreciation for what goes on in the plant, so that when they go into industry or they work with people that are in the plant, they have an appreciation for what it takes to make a process commercially viable. So that's worked out pretty well for us. We teach them how to run a chemical plant. It's a week-long seminar. You can take it for credit at Michigan State University. We're also willing to work with other universities to make it a credit class for them. And then we can do the industrial part, and they can do the lab part themselves if they want to. So we've been working on that for a while, and we've had good success with that workshop. We just need to get the word out and get more people involved. So I think that's what we're looking at now.
I'm Angela Huseman with Lakeshore Advantage, and we're an economic development organization for the Holland-Zeeland area. I'm housed on site at the Michigan State Bioeconomy Institute. And my primary role with Lakeshore Advantage is to support the accelerator and incubator space that's there for those small entrepreneurs, and then also to do some business development for the Institute. So I am also charged with finding companies who maybe need that scale-up work, who have a unique product, or who just need those resources. By doing this very thing, attending conferences, going to trade shows. I do a lot of networking. This is a former Pfizer facility, so there's a lot of people who were connected to each other at one time. So we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, We're trying to be as public as we can to tell our story because it has a lot of great things about it that we want people to know. So that's kind of how we're going about things right now. We have a company called Eco Composites who is using the residual fibers from an anaerobic digester as high quality animal bedding. It's low in allergens, it's highly absorbent, and they've got some research that they have done with a large dairy farm that has come out to tell them that they were able to realize $1 million worth of savings in a 6-month period by using this particular bedding. So with that in mind, those are the kinds of things that we're excited about. We have helped them secure some additional grants. We've helped them with some consultation with just the business side of things and helping them get going with those, getting their foothold in the market and trying to get them to commercialization.